Hello. Hello. Welcome. I'm Enviroboy. This is my channel, and I'm gonna play Subnautica. It's been a while since I've recorded Subnautica. I'm recording this one as I'm battling a cold, which is just a delightful way to be spending my days and everything. But at the very least, I have some hot broth and Subnautica, and we can enjoy all of that. And I'm gonna go ahead and get us going here. Switch our scene over and load up our game and everything, and it'll be great, delightful fun. If I'm remembering properly, last time we left off, I was halfway done with exploring the shipwreck and possibly dying in the process or something of that nature. We'll wait ages for the game to load, because it takes that long. All good things are worth waiting for. Alright, so we're here exploring. It's been weeks since I last played, and well, things seem to be in kind of a rough shape right now. I'll be honest, I don't exactly remember what was happening. Inventory is full, huh? Nutrient blocks, depth modules, and a poster. Certainly things that I am loath to get rid of. I have water, too. Lots of water. I mean, we might as well. There we go. Might as well drink some water and get myself good to go. We have a scannable thing. Everyone, we need floodlights. So we can flood our lives with things other than water. For a change. We dramatically discover the floodlights and dramatically feel ourselves enjoying the drama of said discoveries. We can report bugs if we want. And that's a nice thing, if we discover them, although I don't know at this stage if that's anything that any of the developers would care about, not because they're uncaring folk, but more so just because this game's been out for a while, and they have they have a sequel and everything, so, why would they waste their time on that? Everyone knows that smoke rises, so the best thing we could do right now is rise. We have a door that we can't interact with, apparently. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just kind of go marching through. This seems extreme for the fires to still be raging. It's been days. Weeks, even. Local time. I guess I don't know exactly what the time scale of those things are. If we're gonna think about things realistically, I suppose I could see... yeah, we can't... I like how it says take item until we get close, and then it's like, actually, you can't take that. And you can't squeeze through that square either. You have to take the long way around, you chump. You can jump over the boxes too, that's permissible, but otherwise you have to take the long way. But even lit me on fire, we may never know. As the surprising, upsetting damages of a world inhospitable. Ironically so, considering there's a time this was exactly how we did survive. Have we been in here yet? It would appear that we have. There's batteries, but we're not allowed to take those. Titanium. Full inventory. We can scan the fragment for more titanium that we can't take with us. It's okay, we don't need titanium in here. We'll just seize and freak out as we try to walk past it. And randomly change our speed as we decide whether we're going to walk or swim. Who could tell? We have fires. We have so many fires. Do we have a charged extinguisher? We don't. We only have a useless one, but we could probably walk past this and we can just get over here. Find a room that looks like it's probably got some sort of important thing. Lots of smoke inhalation up top. Keep low is what they teach you as a child, right? And find yourself in a situation of fire, you're supposed to crawl because the smoke rises and you get all, you get all kinds of...
Local radiation at maximum tolerable level.
Okay, well, that's wonderful. Cyclops engine efficiency module. I don't know what you would need to clear out to take that. Okay, we got it now. That's great. And scan a breach. And the breach says the Aurora's drive core is shielded by a thick metal shell, which breached in multiple locations shortly after the crash. Once breached, it will continue to leak radiation into the surrounding environment until the breaches are sealed. After that point, the radiation in the environment will dissipate over time. This procedure should only be attempted with appropriate radiation protection and fully charged repair tool. Well, I suppose there's our clue. This is the repair tool. I don't remember which one's my repair tool. Yep, that's the one. Well, I suppose we'll change the battery. If we need a fully charged one, then so be it. And so we'll repair it. I didn't need a full charge at all.
Containment breach repaired.
Oh, there's multiple. I was gonna say, I'm like, that doesn't seem to make any sense. If we have multiple repair,
containment breach repaired.
Nine breaches? What kind of shoddy craftsmanship is this to have so many breaches? There's so many breaches, it's like a child with his little pantaloons, his breeches. Or that's breeches. It's doesn't matter. My incredulity is not without purpose. After all, this is pretty extreme, man. Like, how do we let this happen? Like, feels like we should have probably made this a bit more foolproof or something, because there's just a lot of damage going on here, and it's like, like, a crash is always a possible thing, man. You don't have, like, the explodable stuff. Like, you make a gas tank in a car largely pretty durable because you don't want it to, like, blow up if there is a crash, because there are going to be crashes because people are insane. They don't know how to drive stuff. Just repair it. Why can't you repair this? I need you to look at the thing. You diver, man. Ow, get off of me. I'm trying to help you not radiate to death.
Containment breach.
Okay.
Further breaches.
Stop. Get out of here. You horrible leech thing. Wait, hold on. Wait, where did you go? I want to scan you. I need to scan. No, I need you to hold still. Leeches, hold still. I can't. It's okay. No, don't. Just scan them. Here we go. You got the bleeders. Are they, like, finite? Can I eventually not be getting bled by these things? I like the terminology harkening back to the good old days of medicine, back when we knew that leeches were cures and humors were not just things that a stand-up comedian would tell us after we paid $30 cover tab at a bar. It's, nice in its own way. Stop. You're distracting me from my work. I have important things, and this is going to benefit you too. But of course they don't understand that. They are simple creatures without actual thought processes and advanced brainwaves and stuff. They're just little suckers that grab on and, leech off of your blood the way that a billionaire might leech off of the effort of the proletariat. Or something like that, if I fully understood what smart words were. Mostly I parrot things. Things that I've heard other smarter people say and then repeat myself just because I, like any other human, want to be seen as cool and smart. And so, I just say things that impressed me in the hopes that, other people will be impressed in the same way when I say the things to them. It's an imperfect system and way of life, but it is a very human way of life. Get out of here, bleeder. That's not how you thank someone for saving your life.
Drive core breach sealed.
Okay.
Radiation levels decreasing.
Well, now that we've accomplished all of that, we'll continue to explore these areas here. Damage is of nothing to me. I have many things that can help me to heal from all of this. And a way to generate more too. My throat itches. I need a sip of broth. One of the best cold remedies out there. Just sipping on some broth. It's like soup in a cup. Like from back in the days when everything was in a cup for a little bit in like 2002. Campbell's tried to make chicken noodle soup in a cup, but people found the noodles were a little too elusive and they couldn't drink it, so then they made it like stars, like chicken and stars in a cup. And they were little star-shaped noodles, but they were too small, and so they just kind of turned into mush as you try to drink them. And you know, everyone pretended to like them because it was newfangled and you know, the hip new thing, but in reality they just weren't all that functional. But you know, at least they tried something back in those days, and you know, that is commendable in its own right. You see nothing else here, and you can see, oh, when we have a fire extinguisher, we can exchange the broken one. We'll just drop that and pick that up. That's helpful in its own right. Is there anything else to do around here? We fixed the drive core, but it would appear that we're largely done in this room. We'll swim over here one more time now that we have a fire extinguisher and make sure. No, there's nothing. Nothing but disappointment and heartbreak as we look at the different things that aren't helpful to us. Pull out this. Put out the fires. You know, the Billy Joel style. I didn't start the fire, but I'll put it out because I'm a man. I'm a man of integrity who would fix broken things because that's a good thing to do. Okay. It seems hard to believe that there's nothing for us to do around here. Maybe now that we've finished... Ow, it's always with the raining fire. Maybe now we can wander around here and find something. Ooh, a PDA. What does it have?
Integrating new PDA data.
The larger suppliers of technology, official supplier of TSF, constantly ranked among the galaxy's best employers. Began as a life defense manufacturer in the mid-22nd century. Get what you deserve. That's my motto too. And although most transgovs can trace their roots back to Earth, I don't know that you need to out them like that, but that's okay. Altera, literally meaning by Earth, is the only one brazen enough to take its name. During the expansion, Altera supplied arms to all sides, acquiring and housing a vast colonist workforce and making the transition from manufacturer to corporate state. Altera's threat to cease trade was one of the turning points of the conflict, bringing about the end of hostilities and the signing of the charter. Free enterprise within Altera space is encouraged, but competition is tight, and all goods exported off-world must be Altera branded. Profitable businesses are bought out by the state, owners ascending to the board of directors. Well-known Altera technologies, like the Cyclops submersible, originated with such private enterprises. Despite superficial similarities to national governments, the corporation's lawyers have always maintained that it has no legal obligation to its employees, but voluntarily elects to take on the roles usually served by its democratically elected government. This claim has not been tested by Federation courts, as is the proper way to do things. Everyone knows that the best way to handle major corporations is the honor system. Or trying to force them to behave and act kindly towards their employees. We force the hands of those big corporations and make them treat us as though it were the Pinkerton eras. It's not them being rude, that's us forcing their hands and forcing them to be mean to us. It's not abusive, it's the way of all economies. And if you say it differently, then You got another thing coming, mister. Yeah, and we'll bust your union ideas and send you packing. Because everyone knows that's what those with free independent thoughts deserve. They deserve to be sent packing and to be largely left out in the cold while everyone else enjoys the fruitful benefits of commerce, but like not too much, right? Like only the really wealthy ones get to enjoy the like full benefits, because you can't possibly share. If someone has enough, then that means someone else's enough isn't enough anymore, because you have to have disparities and inequities. That's the natural order of things, is seen by lions and ostriches in the wild that fight over mates and stuff. Well, this is just a door that we can close. We don't need to do that. The way of the world is competition and exclusion. And who are we as humans to deny that? PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
You're telling me you've been on this rig more than a year and you never took a ride on the outside. Well, now you've only gone and gotten yourself a friend with keys to a giant friggin' robot suit. That does sound pretty rad. We've playing got nothing to do till we get Starside to work on the gates. So you want to taste the stars? You've only got to say my spare prawn suit's got your name on it. You don't know what power feels like till you've crushed an asteroid with your bare, heavily mechanically augmented hands. Wanna play catch with passing meteor? Come by cabin number 1, code's 1896. That's beautiful. I guess we gotta go by cabin 1 now. So many things to explore. This is the hallmark of a good exploration game. You can go around and find different wards. A battery, I wouldn't mind a battery. How are we doing with our like foods and health and stuff? We can eat one of these foods. We're over drowning in food, and so a battery would probably be pretty helpful. You have all these batteries, man. These things are sweet, and we can use these for like building things, and that's gonna be great help to us. Yeah. Okay, we're here, and we want to go back up, find the cabins.
Picking up a faint black box signature, originating on the other side of the hull breach in this room.
Okay, so we'll need to go to down there to find a black box signal, which we can do. But first things first, man, we gotta go find the spacesuit stuff. This is gonna be sick. That's what it's all about right there, man. I want to be a spaceman that's got all the power and the ability to walk around on water, underwater, whatever you want to call it. Prawn suit's gonna be so sick, man. Was it 1896? Was the thing? Is 1869? Heck, nice. All right, 18. No, not 4. Gosh darn it. 18 sex number. And we open it up. We've got water for days. Everyone knows you can't be Sigourney Weaver in a suit. Oh, I want the gorge toy though. Okay, hold on. What can we get rid of? What things should we get rid of is always the question up for debate. We'll drop that titanium, man. We don't need the titanium. Got the stuffed animal. We don't need a thing there. What do we have? Responsible autonomous relationships, forwarded by Jenny Eckert. All the good things in life are commodities. We trade love just as we buy and sell stock. We engage in human relationships when there is fair exchange of value. Support, motivation, affection, nothing good is ever free. That's the hallmark of a good relationship, is that it be transactional, because otherwise it is born off of such inconsequential things as love, and everyone knows that love isn't real because you can't make money off of it, and you can't quantify it. So what value does it even have in this world? If every physical good in the Federation came from a single supplier, it would constitute a dangerous monopoly. Personal relationships are the same. It's important for people to get what they need from multiple sources. If a person finds a better source of the goods they require, they're not wronging their original supplier by changing the purchasing arrangements. If one member of a relationship should feel threatened or jealous, they must look at their own business model and ask whether it is performing competitively. There's always room for improvement. They call that the Zuckerzos principle of emotion. Everyone knows emotions are better when left to robotic exchange rates. I want the blue cap. Hold on, I want the blue cap. We're gonna drop this thing. Is honestly, I might get rid of the sample flask. It's not doing nothing. We have so many batteries too. We're gonna drop the empty battery. Hey, the cap. Can we wear the cap? And we can't wear the cap. That seems frustrating and disappointing, if I'm being perfectly honest. But that's okay. We've been in this cap when it's locked and there's no keypad. It is to our benefit that we've had these discussions about. Do I have the prawn suit poster? No, we don't have a prawn suit poster. All right, time to drink some water and get the important things here. Take the poster with us. As we all know, we cannot take the picture of the pretty lady, though. Transactional though relationships might be, this would be a poor investment, considering this woman's probably dead. I mean, no one else seems to have survived this shipwreck, and honestly, it's probably for the best for all of us if we, recognize that that's just natural selection at its finest right there. If you're not strong enough to survive a shipwreck, then perhaps you're not strong enough for reproductive processes in this world. And if everything's transactional, then the number one transaction should be, what use are you to me? And if you are of such little use that you can't even survive in some sort of ship crash scenario, then perhaps you should reconsider whether you're valuable to anyone at all. Everyone knows that that's how these things work. And if you're of a disagreeing mindset, then you're just naturally selecting yourself out of my life. And that's, making my job easier, I suppose. So that's a great thing, I guess, for me to have that knowledge. There's a black box presumably somewhere in here. I gotta find it. It's the game went out of its way to tell me that there was something here. If a game tells you that there's something there, you best obey it. That's why games have started making everything bright yellow, so that way you understand that you don't actually have free will and you're obligated to do only exactly what the game demands of you. Free thought and free will are notwithstanding in the world of games. All that matters is that you follow the shakies and get yourself someplace where the tremors of life will direct you to benefits and all of that. It feels like we've been here before. Well, certainly we're on fire now, and that's a disturbing thing in and of itself, but yeah, we've been here before. What's this? This looks like it might be interactable. I'm trying to download the data. Why can we not download the data? Have we already downloaded the data? Why, okay. Okay. Do I need like a data stick or something? I don't understand what's happening here. We have fires of Mordor lighting things up. After all, clarity is not the obligation of a game, right? The game wants us to do exactly what it wants us to do, but for those of us who expect a free, easy ride out of that, or have got another thing coming, after all, many games are, burdened with the concept of having some sort of artistic vision that they're trying to expound upon us, and if we're to try and eliminate that through modding them, we're probably monsters and not deserving of whatever it is that the game was originally trying to tell us. And if you've lost the plot of what I'm saying, then you're not the only one. There's seems as though there should be something to do with that data recorder there, and there's nothing being provided to us. And so, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what else I would be expected to do here. On the side of the hull breach in this room, which which presumably would be back where we came from. Like, that seems to be the thing here. I'm gonna check something real quick. 1 second here. Okay, all right. I've discovered that the confusion is I did indeed already download it. There's just like an existing like glitch or whatever that the thing doesn't disappear after you collect it. So we've done the thing. Go back in here, and then we can just find stuff here and make sure that we've got everything worth collecting and everything, which I think we do, and I think largely it's time for us to just kind of get out of here. Yeah, we've already downloaded all these datas. The datum exists within our existence. How do I get out of here now? Where do I... Okay, that's just a place to breathe, I guess. As we explore and try to figure out how to get out of here. Wait, is this where we... That's where we just came from. No, wait. Confusing, circular... Oh, wait, no, we came through here. I'll be honest, I don't know how to get out of this conflabbing space here. Oh, here we go. This is probably it. So presumably now we can leave. What's in here? A battery? I don't need the battery. Lots of batteries. And we find our way out. And presumably we can exit now, and perhaps this is a good time for us to return to our home. Enter the butt moth, and off we go to safety, assuming we can dodge the horrible beasts that exist in this area. And we'll just try and leave here and get out of here. We've stabilized the radiation core and found all sorts of blueprints and stuff, so now presumably we can start making more intense, cool things, and actually maybe find cool ways to continue exploring this land. A job well done today. A mission completed, insofar as we can figure out what missions we're supposed to be completing. And that's a nice thing. It's always a nice thing. And as I drive back, perhaps now is as good a time as any for me to say thank you for joining. I love and appreciate every single one of you who joins me on this ride. Words of advice. If you're an aspiring programmer and you want to design something, make sure people have clarity. If someone downloads something, maybe add just a little notification that says, like, you've downloaded this, download again. Just that little word again can make things much more clear for dumb people like me. And if the current trends of the world are any indication, you're gonna want to make sure your stuff is made to cater to the lowest common denominators, right? Because that's just the way of functional user interface design. So there's your advice for the day. Take it or leave it. I don't know that I care all that much. It's just offered for your use as you see fit. I love you and goodbye. I didn't mean to get out of my shuttle just then. I was trying to be clever with the hotkey buttons. Well, it just kind of ended up awkward. The good news is, though, now we can go and decorate our place. I'm going to put all kinds of posters up everywhere. That's fun. That's always a good time.